For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine, shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here. Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist.
The idea that they are going to somehow get to President Biden through his son, who was drug addicted, and the only thing that they have revealed in these hearings is that we have a president that loves his son even through his imperfections.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about how shots have been fired on The View as Meghan McCain was accused of influence peddling like Hunter Biden. Now, this happened because the cackling hands on The View were discussing Hunter Biden, and of course, they were up there parroting Democrat Party talking points. So, you know, there was a whole lot of, oh, there's no evidence, excuses. Joe Biden just loves his son, and Republicans are trying to attack Joe Biden for loving his son, and whataboutisms, right? And during the whataboutisms, Ana Navarro basically implied that Meghan McCain was influence peddling just like Hunter Biden, which has Meghan McCain upset for obvious reasons. Take a look.
It's just they're playing politics.
And it feels like to me two things can be true at once. I personally think Hunter Biden should have complied with the congressional subpoena. I also think Jim Jordan, Scott Perry, Mo Brooks, Kevin McCarthy.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. I also think Jim Jordan, Scott Perry, Mo Brooks, and others who were subpoenaed in the January 6th investigation should have complied with congressional subpoenas. They created this precedent that allows him to blow it off. Additionally, I don't.
Well, he didn't blow it off. He says he wants to do it in public because he's concerned.
But their response to that, because I reached out to the Oversight Committee, is essentially that they first always start with a deposition. They would have minority staff there, meaning the Democrats, and then they could go to an open hearing. But all that aside, Hunter Biden, yes, I think he's engaged in corruption. I do think that the charges against him by the Department of Justice are very serious. I have not seen one shred of evidence that it's tied to Joe Biden. That's what it comes down to me. And by the way, someone who's no Joe Biden fan, Steve Ducey on Fox News has been hammering James Comer. Give me one thing, one piece of evidence. Otherwise, it's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
Joe Biden's crime is being Hunter Biden's father. And being Hunter Biden's very loving father, very good father, very supportive father. Look, did Hunter Biden influence peddle on his last name? Yes, he did. So did half of Washington. People sitting at this table did it. Did Hunter Biden cheat on his taxes? Yes, he did.
Who at this table peddled on their last name?
I didn't.
I'm not talking about currently.
We just wanted to clear our names.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God, do I have a claim to fame that I am not using? Sorry, continue, Anna.
Can I go back to my point, please?
Now that we've cleared it up. It took a while.
Today.
All right. Did he use his last name to make money? Did he monetize on Joe Biden's last name? Yes, he did. That's not a crime. Did Hunter Biden cheat on his taxes? Yes, he did. So he has admitted it. He paid it back. He paid it back with $600,000 penalty. 15% of Americans cheat on their taxes.
Say that again.
15.5% of Americans cheat on their taxes. And you know how many get prosecuted? Less than 1%.
Talk about the one who used to run the country, who cheated on his taxes, who didn't pay his taxes.
And I absolutely bragged about it. I agree.
Wow. Wow. Talk about shots fired, bruh, on national television, okay? Now, Ana Navarro did not name drop Meghan McCain, but apparently Meghan McCain believes that this was about her, and this is defamatory and slanderous. According to her, she is threatening legal action. So I want to read about this because this is hilarious to me, right? It really is. Again, this is whataboutism going wrong, right? From Ana Navarro. She whataboutism her way to try to basically implicate Meghan McCain and say that she is influence peddling, right? Like Hunter Biden. She's trafficking off of her last name, which, hey, you know, that part of it might be true, right? I'm just saying, I mean, if Meghan McCain didn't have the last name McCain, okay, do you think that she would have the fame that she has? Ana Navarro might have a point, right? But when it comes to some of the, I guess, more detailed allegations in the comparison to Hunter Biden, yeah, I think that Ana Navarro, she's either reaching, right, because she's trying to, basically, again, do whataboutism, or she may know something that we don't know, right? So let's read this. Meghan McCain is furious that her former The View co-host implied on Thursday's show that she has unlawfully used her last name for professional or financial gain. Quote, I don't understand why my former colleagues at The View bring me up and slander me on almost a weekly basis, the columnist, who is the daughter of late Senator John McCain, wrote in a tweet on Thursday. It has been years. Move on. I have, she added, pointing out how it's been 2 years since she quit the daytime talk show. Meghan, 39, then defended herself against a remark that Ana Navarro made during a segment about Hunter Biden's federal tax case and how it has impacted his father. Meghan wrote in a response on Twitter, quote, I have never been accused of a crime in my life and am a patriotic American. I would never and have never influence peddle in my life, let alone with foreign adversaries. Not all politicians' children are the same, and I am no Hunter Biden. The proud conservative then called her former colleagues' accusations absurd, defamatory, and slanderous, and noted that she is considering taking legal action. She concluded, quote, I will be consulting my lawyers regarding what was libeled against me on The View this morning. Page 6 has reached out to reps for The View and Navarro, but did not immediately hear back. The ABC talk show host also has not yet responded to her ex-co-host statements on social media. Meghan famously clashed with her colleagues when she was still on air from 2017 to 2021. Yeah, so with that being said, look, here's the thing. Obviously, Meghan McCain thinks that it's about her because I think she's the only View co-host with a political last name, like a last name that is very well known in politics. Her dad was John McCain, who was a sitting senator and a GOP candidate for president. He was a GOP nominee. So, I think it's obvious that that is who Ana Navarro was talking about. Now, in regards to what Ana Navarro was saying, I personally think that if the argument is being made here, which is that Meghan McCain benefited from the fact that her last name is McCain and that she wouldn't have a career, okay, and that she's made money off her last name, I think that's obviously true, right? She definitely made money off of her last name. Now, whether or not you call that influence peddling, again, that's a whole different story. I guess you can call that domestic influence peddling because, again, I don't think that Meghan McCain would be on The View if it wasn't for her last name, okay? If she didn't have the last name McCain, would Meghan McCain be relevant at all? I'm just saying, right? I mean, I think it's similar to me saying that Mary Trump, who I believe is Trump's niece, Mary Trump, she is influence peddling and trafficking off her last name because she has the last name Trump, and Trump is her uncle that she hates, and she's trying to take advantage of the fact that she has a last name in order to make it seem like her opinions are relevant and important. I mean, she's only getting attention because of her last name and because she hates Trump. And she, makes money basically selling out her own family, right? So, hey, if you want to make that argument, then I guess you could say that's true, right? But in regards to foreign influence peddling, in exchange for making policy decisions, again, I think that you do get into the territory of, making statements and comparisons that are unfair, right? I think it's unfair to say that Meghan McCain participated in those activities, even though I don't know, but to say that she did for certain, I think that Ana Navarro might be reaching a little bit, okay? But hey, at the end of the day, this is what happens when, again, you're playing the whataboutism game, right? When you're so desperate to defend Hunter Biden, when you're so desperate to defend the Democrats, which, by the way, it blows my mind. Ana Navarro still claims to be a Republican. Why do you still continue to claim to be Republican when clearly and obviously you're Team Democrat? But again, when you're so desperate to play the whataboutism game that you throw your former co-host under the bus just to try to make a point, right? A point that, in my opinion, again, is a reach, right? If you're actually considering the totality of the allegations against Hunter Biden. Again, it's just funny. It's just funny because the View they always put their foots in their mouths, right? When it comes to making these claims and allegations on their show. Like, how many times have they had to issue a retraction in regards to the accusations that they made on the show, right? Like the one time that they kept trying to say that Turning Point is associated with neo-Nazis, right? I mean, Turning Point, Charlie Kirk had to basically serve them a cease and desist letter telling them, look, y'all got to stop trying to associate us with neo-Nazis, right? We're going to sue the hell out of you. And they had to go over there and apologize and issue retraction after retraction because of the reckless stuff that these people say on their network, right? I mean, it's just, it just blows my mind, okay, that this happens so much. I wouldn't be surprised if Ana Navarro has to read a legal note, right, tomorrow on the show, basically clarifying her comments about Meghan McCain, because Meghan McCain is throwing a fit and she's going to, you know, potentially sue for defamation and libel. Unless, you know, Ana Navarro can provide some facts and some more juicy details as to the allegations that she's making, okay? I want to know exactly what Ana Navarro is talking about because Ana Navarro, you know, is connected. She is politically connected. So I don't think she's just saying that just to be saying it, okay? Unless she means that Meghan McCain benefited from her last name, you know, personally in regards to, you know, getting on TV shows and stuff like that. But if she's talking about the same level of accusations against Hunter Biden and she's applying that to Meghan McCain, if that's what she actually means, we need to see some proof, right? I want to see some proof and some evidence, okay? I want you to elaborate on that, okay? Tell the story. Expose all the politicians, right? Give me all the dirt, okay? Give me the dirt. You know, I just got to tell you guys, I love it when I see, you know, these Trump deranged liberals and never Trumpers argue and fight with each other, right? I absolutely love it, especially in a situation where, again, the reason why this is happening is because they're trying to play defense so bad for Democrats that they end up throwing each other under the bus to defend Democrats. It's just so funny how that works. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.